What's happening? Got a guest in the house with us today. This is Chris Feavel from American Rotary. So you're here on a very inconspicuous mission, right?
What is that mission?
Well, you're here to check on my rotary phase converter.
Make sure you didn't screw up.
Yeah, make sure I didn't screw up. It happens. And while you're here, we were going to do a couple of things today.
Oh, yeah. We are.
So you want to talk about that?
Sure. So let's do a sound check real quick and just make sure everybody can hear us okay. And
Can everybody hear us? Hello, hello, hello.
what do we got on here right now?
Let's see.
Need this?
Yeah, we're going to go there and make sure everybody can see us live. Go to Gmail. No, you're not on your Facebook. We're not on Facebook. Sorry, I gotta run the computer.
I don't know how to use the
mousy thing.
thingamajiggy.
The mousy thing.
The mousy thing.
And we're just making sure that we're broadcasting to you guys live. We are live now. We're broadcasting to you guys live.
All right.
So for some reason, I can't see it. It looks like Eve. Eve's there. Hello, Eve. Bill Clifford. Let's just slide that over there and we'll work off that one.
Yeah, see, we
I
got
don't know
Bill
why
Clifford.
this one's not linking in.
We got RZ Prodco,
Hey, guys.
Vez DeRoser.
That's Eve's. I learned that the other night.
Eves DeRoser.
Yeah.
Stewart, Evo, Dwayne, Blue Wolf, Dave,
RZ Prodco. Hey, guys.
Gary.
Gary McAfee. Hello, Gary. How are you guys doing?
Before we do an announcement, I just want to give a couple more minutes here. Or a couple more seconds
So we'll talk while you're here. We'll do that. So Chris from American Rotary came by the shop today, and it's a little bit of an impromptu. I mean, I knew a little bit ahead of time we were going to do this, but I put the reminder up last night. He came by to check out my rotary phase converter because American Rotary started sponsoring my channel, which we went around back and we worked on the rotary phase converter. We got it all hooked up and going. And man, is that thing quiet? It's so much quiet. You can't even hear it in the shop. It's running right now, and you can't hear it. So I'm super happy about that.
It's less of a headache than sounding like you have a 120-gallon air compressor running.
It was pretty loud. It was pretty annoying. And what we're going to do is, folks out there have a lot of questions on rotary phase converters, wired one up, what's required. What I was interested to learn when I was working on this is that rotary phase converters actually aren't as expensive as I imagined them, and it could just be a me thing. And I figured I was going to run in there and for a small rotary phase converter dump a couple $1,000 on one, and they're not unreasonable.
They're not. When you look at the cost of bringing in three-phase power, which if you could even get it. So Keith Rucker talks about this all the time, is, he couldn't even get the three-phase power to him. They weren't even offering it. So a lot of people that are in a residential area or whatnot can't even get it. So if you do have the option, the national average is $50,000 a mile. Now, somebody, we get customers every day that call in, they're like, oh, well, it won't cost me that much because I've got a pole right outside. I can open up my back door and I can touch the pole. Okay. So you have to think about that. Just because you have an electrical pole that comes right outside your shop, A, doesn't mean that you have three-phase power right there.
True.
That you can get brought into your shop. You got to look at transformers at the pole. You got to look at transformers down the line. You got to make sure there's enough power to supply, what you're trying to do. So I've got a lot of customers that are, hey, I got three-phase power right outside my building, or it's a half a mile down the road or whatnot, and it ends up costing them, if they, when they get the quote, it ends up coming back at, $12,000, $15,000, $60,000. I got a customer I'm dealing with right now, It's $167,000 for them to go 1 mile.
Wow. $167,000.
Right, and that's not even talking about like bringing in, that's just getting it to your building. Now you have to look at hooking it up and wiring and everything internally. So with the rotary phase converter, it's kind of a plug and play solution. You have your single phase power already, you hook into the phase converter and you're ready to go.
Okay.
So, I mean, we have phase converters that start at like 380 bucks.
That cheap?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know they were that cheap.
Yeah, anywhere from 380 up to, with our smallest, up to, in our small introductory general purpose AR series, up to, we go up with 300 horsepower, 600 horsepower. Now you're looking at, quite a bit more money. You're in the, 20,000 and up there. But, that's typically rare. I mean, most guys in their shop, their garage, at the residence, they're looking at, pretty much what you have, the 20 horsepower phase converter. So, I mean, something like that, you're going to get into for, depending on which model, but somewhere around between $1,500 and $2,500.
Well, I mean, that's, considering the cost savings to put one up online, that's, I mean, what's the option?
Well, and you think about it this way too. So let's say you own your own shop in a commercial place.
Okay.
Or not even own it. Let's say you lease a building. Now you're going to pay to bring in three-phase power to that building. If you leave, you can't take it with you. Stan Zinkowski did a really good video on VFDs versus rotary phase converters. And he talked about, equipment comes and goes. Well, locations can come and go too. I know that me personally, I'm in my 5th house since I've been married. And if I had brought in three-phase power every time I was at my house, I never would have, never would have recapped that money.
Well, and you can take the rotary phase converter with you.
Right.
For those that are tuning in and haven't seen the latest video, what I had to do here was add another sub panel behind the shop just because I was out of spaces, and then set the rotary phase converter back there and wire it. And then because I wanted to do things right here in the shop, I actually mounted a 3-phase panel here. Now it's not a proper, it is a proper 3-phase panel. It's not supplied by the power pole. The rotary phase converter runs the power to the 3-phase panel. The 3-phase panel runs the mill, the lathe, and now back there, we'll see, it's backwards for me. So it's the dual bandsaw back there. Sorry, the camera makes everything backwards. Yeah. But if I were to leave here, say I sell this place and I move to another shop, the RPC can go with me.
Right.
Obviously the wiring, you get the cost of it. But
think of it this way: it's like your equipment. Would you leave all of your equipment here?
The next guy wants me to.
Yeah, but you're not going to leave it here.
No.
So
this is a lifetime.
It's not a permanent installation, which is nice.
Right. Yeah, it is, and it goes with you. But if you pay for the 3-phase power, it's going to stay in the house.
Right. They're not going to be like, it's not like free cable, like when you don't have to pay a fee to transfer your service, or your phone bill.
Right. So you sent that to me, like December or January?
Sure.
So it's been sitting back there, and I've been working on this project for a little while because I got to do it as I have time. And so I've kind of had my old Rotaphase brand, because it's a Rotaphase brand machine. I've had it sitting back here disconnected because I've been pulling new wire, and then the other day I had a job come in where I had to have the lathe, and it was kind of like, okay, now what do I do? Because I'm not ready out back to supply that, so I had to actually like bootleg wire the Rotaphase just to get the lathe to work. And I suddenly realized like how much I'm actually relying on that rotary phase converter for the shop. It's got to be something that's reliable for me. Because as soon as it goes down, I lose my mill, I lose my lathe, I lose the duo bandsaw. Those 3 things are immediately taken out of the equation, and there's nothing wrong with doing it old school, because we all started old school, right? Doing it with a grinder or whatever we had to do to get it done. But it certainly takes an hour or 2-hour job, and now it's a 4, 6, 7-hour job, and the quality of what you're turning around is much lower because you're not doing it, the do-right way or the right way. But whatever, it's the same.
Or the American Rotary way.
I like it.
Which is the right way.
It's the right way. Apparently it's a do-right way.
So right. So
right.
Right.
What kind of right?
Your left.
No, that's left. That's not right.
So you bring up a valid point there about reliability, and that's something that American Rotary prides itself on, is the reliability, the dependability. and the availability. So American Rotary is located in just outside of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, about 15 minutes west of Milwaukee. We can get stuff out, parts, so on and so forth, pretty quick. Even getting a phase converter, if you're looking to get one, you want to get one quick. I mean, we have same day ship time, so I mean, like, we can get that thing out. You order it today, we can get it out today most of the time. As long as it's, we do have our shipping cutoffs, but
sure.
I mean, we have customers that, I had a customer a couple weeks ago in Illinois, called me up at like 4:29. Our office closes at 4:30. He's like, my phase converter went down. I need a new phase converter. Okay. You're in Illinois. We can get it to you tomorrow. He's like, no, I need it here tonight. I got a job I got to run. I got a huge production job that I have to get out the door.
Wow.
And every moment's, critical for me. He's like, can I send my son up to pick one up? I'm like, well, our office is closed, and he's like, just leave it outside.
What?
So.
Well, it's not like you can just pick it up and carry it.
Right. So he, he ordered it. We put it outside. Somebody came and got it.
His son must be quite a big fella.
Yeah. So got it, loaded it up, and took it back down to Illinois, and they were up and running again the next day, and were able to continue with their production.
Brian, I think it's Brian Senga. Is that who that is? So we're just looking. Scott Tyndall. Hey, Scott, how are you? Everything here max and barely getting over ambient noise. I'll tell you what, let me turn off the fan. That might help you just a little bit. It's pretty hot here right now. It's about 88 degrees.
Is that better?
Does that help your audio? We had the fan going because we've been in here.
Otherwise, let me try this once.
Chris, somebody is asking, that should help. Between the AD model and the ADX model. Somebody wants to know what's the difference between the AD and the ADX model.
So good question. The AD model is going to be the first in our MicroSmart series. It has a MicroSmart controller, so it's a digital relay versus the potential relay that's in our AR series. How that's beneficial is that there's less than a 1% failure rate on that MicroSmart controller. It monitors the voltage every 50 milliseconds. With the potential relay that most phase converters have, it's mechanical. So there's a lot more
lag time.
Yeah, and there's a lot more chance of failure there. So I mean, you got to remember that mechanical relays
opening, closing,
right. How many times? Where with the digital relay, there's nothing mechanical that can wear out. So that's one of the differences between the AR and the AD. Now with the ADX, you step it up a little bit further. You get the higher end oil filled capacitors that stay open 7 to 10 times longer. You have the monitoring of the voltage every 50 milliseconds, not only in but also out. And the ADX feature is with our current transient reactor, it allows higher amounts of current to be drawn through the converter, producing more torque and still maintaining a 5% or better voltage balance. What that means for you is if you have a high inertial load, or think of it as a car, and you have nitrous on that car. So you get that boost, that boost of extra power when you need it. And that's what the ADX feature does. So it'll get things up and running 250% faster. So let's say you have an air compressor or something that's a flywheel or bandsaw or something that goes boom, 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 boom. With the ADX, it's almost instantaneous. So if you go to our YouTube channel, there's a video comparing another phase converter and the American Rotary ADX. And it's a difference of 7.9 seconds to get this air compressor up and running versus 2.7 seconds.
Wow, that's a pretty significant difference.
It is. So how does that help you? People might say, well, I don't care how long it takes to get up and running, as long as it gets up and running. Well, if you knew what kind of damage it does to your motor by taking longer to get started, that's really shortening the life of your motor. So.
And then you have the AI series, which is the ADX in a weatherproof case. Is that correct?
Correct. So it's the ADX. It's a little bit beefier. It's our industrial. It's an ANEMA 3R enclosure, which is what you have. Full lifetime washdown filter, gasketed, lockouts, so you can lock it out. You can get other configurations with it as well, so that you don't even have a on-off switch on the inside of it.
Oh, really? So you could go outside a building?
Yeah.
Kind of tamper-proof?
Tamper-proof.
Okay. Yeah. Frank Winters. Hello, Frank. Thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for being a fan. It's 77 here, and it was 22 the day before. Kevin Pringle. You know what? Weather.
So let me answer Mojunk. Is that what it was? Mojunk?
Yeah, the weather is always something people want to talk about.
Mojunk. So you asked the difference between the two, but asked if you should have gotten an ADX. For a lathe, I mean, unless you're having problems with it getting up and going in this, switching gears or whatnot, you should be fine. I mean, an AD should do the job just fine. The weather, it's hot.
It's hot here.
And humid.
Rob Jones. Hello, Rob. How you doing? Thanks for watching.
About your warm temps.
Yeah. We don't see it as bragging.
22 the day before. Kevin, where are you?
Yeah, look at
77
look at
here.
Eve.
It was 22 the day before.
Eve, it's 2 degrees here right now. No, thank you. I'll stick with the sweatiness.
Yeah, it was like 28 when I left Wisconsin, when I finally got out of there last night.
Uh-oh. That could be bad. Oh, I'm unplugged. That wasn't supposed to happen.
We're going to prematurely end this feed.
Yeah. Somehow it came undone out of the plug. That would have been bad. Your battery is running low. That's what it told us.
It's frozen in Kansas City. Kids are out of school. Wow.
Yeah, my kid's out of school. That's because he played sick.
Because he knew I was coming?
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. All right. Well, looks like we got 54 people watching right now. I'm going to go ahead and announce the distribution plan. The distribution electrician rotary phase converter says it can handle 10 horsepower connected load. No capacitors. Wow.
So it would have a very unstable.
Yeah. If there's no capacitors, it's not going to be stable power. And 10 horsepower connected load, I could see how it could be 10 horsepower combined, but I can't imagine that you'd be able to start 10 horsepower off of 2 horsepower. What happens is, in a situation like that, the motor actually works as the next motor, all the extra power, if you will, works as another idler. So when you have a bunch of them in,
Oh, okay, I get it. So you
line
already
with each
got
other.
one running.
Right. So technically, like, if you have a piece of equipment up and running, now I'm not saying don't anybody try this, but
Wait, you did not hear it on my channel.
Don't try
Whatever
this
he's
at
about
home.
to say.
Don't try this at home. But if you have a rotary phase converter and you're running a piece of equipment, you can technically go over and turn off that rotary phase converter, and your piece of equipment should still run, depending on what type of load it is and how it's switching gears and so on and so forth.
I can see that because that idling, that motor is
now acting as an idler. Now, see what happens is, especially when you don't have capacitors or anything monitoring that voltage. Let's say you have 3 different motors running a total of 10 horsepower, and you just use a 2 horsepower pony motor to get them up and running. There's nothing that's elevating that or registering that, and you're gonna be way out of line. And even if, let's say, you have a 10 horsepower phase converter, and you're like, oh well, if I start a 5 horsepower motor, 5 horsepower, now I got a 20 horsepower phase converter. It doesn't work that way because the capacitors are configured to work with that 10 horsepower, which is something that a lot of people don't understand either, is that American Rotary phase converters are a little bit different in the fact that we use an induction generator. It's a true soft start application. It's a VIT, it's a variable impedance technology. So it uses a third of the inrush current that a regular phase converter would use. So like your 20 that's out there right now, what size is that rotophase?
I think it'll run up to a 10 horsepower.
Okay, so it's like a 7.5. So if you start that, you're starting a 7.5 horsepower motor. With that, it's equal to starting a third of that. So whatever, that would be 6.6 horsepower motor.
Okay, you're starting to get a lot of questions.
Yeah, Dave, just give me a holler. You can reach me at chris@americanrotary.com, or you can just call our number at 888-743-6832. Just mention that you follow the YouTube guys, and we can definitely do something for you. In fact, anybody who...
hey, it's the nicest guy on YouTube, Randy Richard. Welcome to the shop, Randy.
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Randy, there's somebody here who wants to see you. Hang on one second. Come here, bud. Randy, it might be your biggest fan. This is my son, Bo. Say hi to Randy Richard. He's in there.
Hi.
Doesn't he look sick, guys?
He looks sick. He convinced the school nurse that he was sick today.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
All right. Randy said hello to everybody. You got Dave Cross is asking you a question. I bought it on
I told him to give me a holler.
Okay, so there's another Dan. I'm sorry, there's another Dan up there.
Cut off again when I connected load to input on your units. Why do you use cap? Why do you use cap? So your units connected Delta 1. All phase converters are a Delta connection. Connected load to input 8 horsepower. Dan, it's probably not something that I can get resolved right here on the channel, but if you give me a call, I'll be back in the office on Monday. Just give me a call and we'll get it figured out. It sounds like something with the connection. Maybe try switching T1, T2, T3 around. There's only 6 different configurations you can do. See if that helps you. It
would be advised if you switch any 2 of those leads, you'll reverse the rotation of your motor.
Possibly.
Possibly, depends on how you move them around.
Yeah, and the phase converter doesn't see polarity, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, just give me a call, because obviously we're not going to go through the troubleshooting here.
So when he leaves here, he's going to visit Adam up in the Pensacola. I tried to warn him that it's a lot longer drive than you would think across the state, but...
Yeah, I'll get there. I got some stops along the way. We'll be all right. So I was going to say, so anybody that's watching right now can get a discount.
Oh.
If they are looking for a phase converter.
All right.
So all they have to do is just shoot me an email at chris@americanrotary.com or call me at 888-743.
Do the same thing here. I don't know that we can. Are we?
Looks like we're connected.
So are we streaming still?
Video playback interrupted. Please try again.
Did it end the video?
I'm not sure. Hey, are we still on? Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Unable to connect chat. Please try again later.
It says we're still streaming. Let's see if...
I'm going to refresh this.
I'll refresh this too.
Oh, we're back up.
Are we back up?
Froze again like it stands.
Well, maybe it's not.
Maybe it's not the internet. Maybe it's me. The power went out here.
Yeah, so...
I don't know what happened.
Apparently the power went off because the shop and the house are on 2 separate power feeds, so it went off in the house too.
So 10% discount. Just email me at chris@americanrotary.com.
Solid, healthy stream. Good, good. Glad we're back. Hey, sorry about that, guys. Thank God the laptops got their batteries, so we didn't lose our stream feed. We just lost the internet when the power went down. The router went out for a minute. All right, guys. Thank you for being gracious and understanding beyond our control. So you're saying 10%?
10%.
Go over it again, because it.
Just email me at chris@americanrotary.com. That's CHRIS@americanrotary.com, and I'll give you a discount code. And
I thought the discount code was DoRite. Oh, sorry.
I haven't loaded that into the system, but I can do that when I get done here.
I'm trying.
Well, I figured if they emailed me, it would give me time to get to my computer and create the discount code, and then so yeah. So just email me, and then I'll give you the discount code, and or you can call me at 888-743-6832. That's 888-743-6832. Again, my email is chris@americanrotary.com. So we're going to do a phase converter giveaway. So before we lose any more power here, let's get on that.
So I just want it to be known that every time Chris seems to do these live, whether it's on one side of the country, California, or the other, Florida, there seems to be some screwy thing that happens. And I know it's not Stan passing bad mojo on to me. So the one common theme here might be...
I guess I won't visit you guys anymore.
Let's see, a couple of questions here from some folks.
Phase converter's not on. Block.
That is some phase converter
Brian
to
Block.
take the whole grid down. Mr. Negativity, Brian Block.
I mentioned you in the video earlier today on the Facebook Live video because we made some changes to the phase converter based on
some
your feedback.
From Brian. Yep, they fixed a few things that Brian had, I guess, some good ideas.
How large are the 600 horsepower units you were speaking of? So that would be large. No, they're 75 horsepower units running parallel. So that would be 8 75 horsepower units that are running parallel. We only have a couple of those out there. They're for pumping stations, and they couldn't get 3-phase power up into the mountains. So they could get all the single phase they wanted, but they couldn't get any 3-phase. So they have pumping stations pumping water.
Wow, that's crazy.
Sending me an email now. All right, thanks, Dave.
So, so guys want to win something. I think they're getting a little anxious. Oh, and by the way, about the weather in Montana right now.
So, I am heat treating today. Maybe it was my oven that took it down.
Brian Block thinks it is oven took it all the way. It's down all the way here. No, we live way, way, way out in the country here, and
where does Brian live?
In the middle of Kentucky somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's reaching this far.
No.
Kentucky has a long reach when it comes to like basketball, but that's about it.
So we live way out in the country, and occasionally they do maintenance on the lines, and there's only 2 service lines that feed out here. And when they switch back from grid to service line to service line, sometime it browns out, or somebody drives into a telephone pole. That's occasionally happens out here.
All right.
Yeah, somebody said I needed a backup generator. Well, I do have a pretty big diesel-driven welding machine that's a 15 kW, but it takes me about 20 minutes to wire it in to run anything, wire the shop. Kentucky windage.
You guys can stay perfectly still for an awfully long time.
Is when you're at the end of the line, Blue Wolf. Hey, Blue Wolf, how are you?
Brian, maybe I'll come and help you lift that up into your loft. He's gonna put his 50 horsepower up in the loft.
Up high.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long way to go. So, we'll talk about giving it away. What they got to do. I know there's a lot of people, and I'm doing the old fishing line. I keep snatching it back.
Wait, Randy, you can't leave yet.
Come on, Randy. Jeez.
All right, so let me spit this out real quick. So here's the rules. It's quite simple. I'm going to give away an ADX 3 horsepower phase converter. That'll be more than enough for most of you guys for what you need. It'll help you with more balance power versus a static. So those of you that are running a static, this will be a good replacement for you. It'll start up to 1.5 horsepower. It'll run up to a combined load of 5 horsepower. So for most of you, that's pretty much what you guys would need. So what we're going to do is we need you to go. We did 2 videos today. We did a Facebook live video on the DoRite Fabrication Facebook page, and we did one on the American Rotary Facebook page.
Yep.
What we need you to do is go to each one of those pages. Go to that particular Facebook live video, like it and comment on it, and that'll automatically get you entered. We will close it at about 4 o'clock. And
so is that Eastern?
4 o'clock.
Your wife's
Eastern time.
Your wife's calling you.
Eastern time. No, you know what? Stan Zinkoski, I gotta tell you, we've been talking about him a lot today. He got me on this thing. You ever seen this Ring doorbell?
No.
So it's the Ring doorbell system. So I can pull up my house.
Squirrel!
Check this out. So I can see right now. Let's see if you guys can see this. Are we up here? All right. FedEx is at my house. So not only can I see that they're there because of the motion, I can also talk to them. So all I have to do is hit the button. I can hear what's going on. And then I can hit this button.
Hey, get away from that door!
Really, I need my package.
That's FedEx does. Like what? What?
So, or we can go to Live View. And Stan got this at his house. So now I came home and I got it as soon as I left Stan's. So I can go to Live View.
So you know you just totally squirreled out on us, right?
What's that?
You were in the middle of telling these guys how they can win something, and then a squirrel.
Well, you brought it up. You're like, wife? No.
Well, everybody heard it.
I'm just trying to see what the guy's doing in the back of the FedEx truck here. I don't know what he's bringing me. I wasn't expecting anything that big. Maybe he's bringing me a phase converter.
Oh.
Maybe so.
So anyway, we'll turn this off. See? That's pretty cool, eh?
So
just leave it at the door, please.
So anybody knows where Chris lives and they can get there in the next 15 minutes, it's yours free.
Wow. All right. So go to those videos, post a comment, like it. While you're there,
Rimbozo the Clown said the same thing. Squirrel!
While you're there, feel free to to like our pages as well.
Yeah.
It goes a long way for
It does.
all of us. I mean, the more interaction we get on our pages, it helps. So
Yep.
Allows us to, as a company, American Rotary, to keep doing things like this.
Sure.
And to keep giving you guys phase converters and bringing you guys some knowledge and some cool YouTube hosts.
And what a lot of people don't realize is the views on YouTube create an interest that YouTube then sends your video out more. So the more people that'll watch it, like it, give it a thumbs up, all that stuff generates help for the creator that's making that's going through the effort. And like you guys on your Facebook page,
Right.
it drives people to see you. I forget who it was earlier said they didn't even realize, like me, that a rotary phase converter was that affordable. It's not
Right.
It's not crazy. It's not crazy money. So here's what you have to do. You have to go to the DoRite Fabrication Facebook page and the American Rotary Facebook page. Watch both of the videos. You have to
Not YouTube.
not YouTube. Facebook. Watch the videos. Click on the video. Watch it, and just put a little comment at the bottom. We had a pretty good time doing them, so we were cutting up a bit and being a little silly.
I'm sure there's something that you guys can either pick on us for, or have some constructive criticism, or
I get a lot of that.
or just just say you like it. That would help too. Tell us more about what you want to see.
You see that right there?
Squirrel?
No.
Do you ship overseas? We do ship overseas. So we have distribution right now in 34 countries.
Can't comment on the live. Keith Pringle, it's not on the YouTube video. You have to go to Facebook, the DoRite Fabrication Facebook page and the American Rotary Facebook page, and watch both of the videos. And then when you watch them,
They were live videos we did earlier today.
yeah, they were earlier today. When you click to play, then you can make a comment down at the bottom about it. Just pick on us or say something nice. I prefer you to say something nice, but somebody's been picking on me all day. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna just grab this for a second, because you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. But I can pick.
They can't see that though.
They can't see that. That's right.
So he's taking the mouse and trying to pick his nose.
It's not a live video, so we're not screen sharing.
He doesn't look that sick, does he? Yeah. That's the problem with trying to play hooky from school today.
I'm not.
Well, okay, if you're sick, go lay down. Go sleep.
You're not sick? Or you're not playing hooky?
I don't know what you're
Brian
talking
Block wants to know if you can pull the trigger on the gun from here to stop the thieves from running off with your stuff. And Eve says, LOL. Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah. You can't talk about that stuff on YouTube.
I'm pleading the fifth on the second.
So we're just trying to read everyone's comments.
Or a button to drop.
Oh, Ramboza the Clown, nice one. He says, or a button to drop a radial drill on them. For those of you who don't know, Brian Block dropped a very large radial drill, broke a 60-ton crane, and dropped his radial drill on the brand new floor of his shop that he just poured. Broke the floor and broke the radial drill. I don't know what. Brian, what did that thing weigh? I know it was a lot. Thumbs up to Chris and American Rotary for all the other guys.
And all you other guys getting it done. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Appreciate the compliment.
Build a taser into the camera.
Yeah.
So, whatever, right? I mean,
Nobody's ever going to want to come to my door. And it's not like I got a young daughter at home or anything that I have to try to keep the vultures away.
The
taser door, the taser camera.
Comments from the peanut gallery.
Yeah, all right, go play.
What is there to do?
Go play.
Luke's not home.
So anyway,
So that's it. All you gotta do is go to American Rotary on Facebook, go to DoRite Fabrication on Facebook, watch the video. Well, you don't even have to watch the video.
well, you have to hit play, because I think you have to play to get the comment bar to drop down at the bottom.
Well, we're not bribing you to watch the video. We're just saying,
No, but you actually have to do, I think, play to make the
comment if you
bar.
want to comment on the video. Otherwise, if you just want to comment on what great entertainers we are, or his hairdo,
My outstanding hairdo for the day.
the weather.
The weather seems the most popular thing to comment on.
I met both of you at the bash last year. Is the phase converter low voltage? Yes.
Define low voltage.
You could hook it up, anything, whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So we have a phase converter that goes from 208 to 250, and we have one that goes from 440 up to 480.
I don't call that low voltage.
That's not low voltage.
Like I got
not like low voltage lighting. Like you're not going to hook this into your doorbell transformer at 0.3 kV.
Yeah. So are there any other questions?
When will it be announced? It'll be announced on your channel.
Oh, it will. That's news to me.
First.
All right. Well, okay, awesome. I love it.
And
when are we going to do
And then we'll announce it in the feed on Facebook after you announce it, after we get in contact with the person.
Okay. When are we going to know?
We'll know tonight.
Oh, you'll know tonight.
We'll know tonight.
So I'm going to know tonight.
Yeah.
See, this is like breaking news, okay? Because I didn't know that, but apparently we're going to have another live event tonight.
Maybe.
I like it. Let's do it.
I'll be on my way to
You're going to Seattle.
somewhere else. But you can have another live one.
Yeah, so we'll probably do that then tonight. We'll do a live feed sometime, sometime later on this evening because I got the kids come home.
It would be really cool if they posted inside the feed, like what they're doing with the phase converter.
Yeah, that'd be a good
What they want, yeah.
So that could just be your comment.
That could be your comment, like
power my lathe,
what you're going to
power
use
my
it
mill.
for, because then everybody else can see what you're using it for, and maybe we'll have something really cool and interesting that none of us have heard of you using a phase converter for. So
irrigation for your crops. I know people do that.
We do that, yeah. We actually sell them for tanning beds, for tanning salons. They use them to power. They all need, most of them all need a buck boost as well, down to 208. But yeah, it's another industry that we're involved in.
Okay, I did not know that.
We're involved big in the brewing industry, or winemaking industry, so on and so forth. So we've got a lot of, Hobart mixers. I mean, there's a whole bunch of meat grinders, guys that want to do meat processing during deer hunting season on the side. We get a lot of those lately that are calling up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting to know.
I was given a huge.
I gather the U.S. does not have 600 volt. Eve,
no,
I'm not.
That's Canada.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Sick 'em to a dog. You'll have to get on Facebook now just to defend yourself.
So apparently we got to defend ourselves on Facebook. Yeah. Whatever. You got to have thick skin to be a YouTuber anyway. So. What is it about a turret lathe? Put it in my shop, and then here it sits.
Well, no time like the present, Jackal.
Jackal 440. Get on there. Click on and put that you want to use it for a turret lathe. I mean,
So if I want it for woodworking, I'm not disqualified.
No,
definitely not.
No, I mean we all approve of all makers. People, I mean even if you brew your own wine or your own beer, you're a maker, right? I mean,
yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
People would be amazed at how much fabrication there goes into the winemaking and brewing industry.
I know.
I mean, there's
It's
just
crazy.
a ton of fabrication. I mean, you think you spend all this money on these kettles and all this brewing equipment, and it's all set up ready to go, right? No. I mean, these guys are out there. I mean, they're bringing in welders. They're doing it themselves. I mean, there's so much that goes into it. Barrel storage and stuff like that. You got to weld up a rack or, pay a fortune to get one. So most of these guys starting up these small microbreweries are building the racking and stuff themselves. So.
Sure. Here in Australia, we have 240 single phase and 403 phase. Stuart Higston. Stuart, that's what I have here. I have 240 single phase. So it's two 110 pole or 120 volt poles to give me 240 volt
Except
single
for
phase.
in Australia, they're 50 hertz.
Yes. There's a new certain European countries are 50 as well.
I can always send something back with Bruce.
Yeah. So let's answer
Bruce
that
can
last.
put it in his check luggage.
Yeah. Bruce Witham would try that. Let's try this one right here. Answer that question.
Sure. Would it be good for running welding equipment? Definitely. The phase converter, the ADX one's fully programmable, so there's different settings we can do on the circuit board to be able to make it so that you don't have those boosts of current, because with the welder you don't want to have those spikes. And I don't want to call them spikes, but it's that boost for on-demand power. With welding and resistive loads, you want to have this steady stream, more of a steady stream of power. So we can just make an adjustment on those. Now it just depends on the welder size too, though. So there's a lot of there's a lot of different welders out there, so we'd really need to know the size of welder.
Right.
You know, I mean, I could pretty much tell you if you tell me the model. I could pretty much tell you
what about inverters?
It takes.
So you know we got the old transformer driven welding machines, which are, you know, they're pretty rock solid. But some of the inverters, you know, like some of my machines over here, they're relatively small welding machines. I got a 375 amp machine that's an inverter.
Mm-hmm.
Will the rotary phase converter keep up with that inverter and give it clean enough power?
Oh yeah,
that it doesn't
definitely.
get dirty?
Oh yeah, definitely. If you talk to, for example, John Martin did a video and did a case study from Martin Brothers, specifically about that, because he had a lot of people asking him that question. You know, can you run voltage sensitive equipment? He runs 3 brothers, a plasma table, and 2 welders off of it, and he's never missed a beat. He said he's never had a problem. Welds are clean, you know, no problems at all.
That's interesting to know. That's interesting to know. So Brian Block made a comment about breaking and switching of 600 volt, and he is correct. At 600 volts, there's a huge amount of potential energy. You can think of voltage like the pressure in a water hose. There's a lot of potential there. So when those contacts try to open, there's a lot of pressure, water hose pressure, to try to jump that gap, where at lower voltages it's not as prevalent to push across the gap there. Mike Nixon, hey Mike, how you doing, buddy? Mike says Facebook has a lot of good sites. I'm assuming he's talking about for the rotary phase converter.
Yeah, I'm guessing Facebook has a lot
Eve
of
said
good
it's
sites.
called voltage inrush. Yes, Eve, it is voltage inrush. But a lot of people, we try to keep it where people can understand, you know, what we're saying here.
Well, I'm gonna just go over the rules one more time,
Sure, let's do it.
because it looks like we had about 6-7 people jump on and then jump off. So I'll just go over it one more time for those of you that are still on. Go to for the phase converter, it's ADX3. Go to American Rotary's Facebook page. Find the video that Jim and I did today. Like and comment on it, and then go to DoRite Fabrication on Facebook and do the same thing.
Yeah, we got to
Find another video. It's 2 different videos, so you don't have to watch the same thing if you want to watch it.
But you do, if the comment bar doesn't pop up, you need to know that you actually have to push play, and I think that enables the comment bar. You know, and if you only want to watch a little bit of it and make a funny comment or something, or like Chris suggested, you know, if you have a particular use in your shop, like you're going to use it to, I don't know, run an irrigation well, or, you know, make Halloween costumes light up, or, you know, whatever crazy idea you come up with, put that in the comments, put whatever you want. He's interested. You're talking about the man right here from the company. He's basically the decision maker, you know, and well, you're here, aren't you? And everybody else is working.
Yeah, behind every man, or behind every curtain is a man, and behind that man is a woman. There's usually that has more multitasking skills. Yeah, we got.
I feel you. I do honestly feel you. But he's telling you right now. Tell me what you think. I want to hear what your ideas, thoughts are. You know, we talked about some time ago about the new. Some new ideas you guys were coming out with some new machines and stuff, and it looks like you guys have been pushing, trying to make those ideas come to fruition to help, you know, the machining and come, you know.
Yeah, it's an exciting year for American Rotary this year. We're looking at, you know, we kind of sent out a survey to all the YouTube machinists and asked them for some feedback on what they would change about their current phase converter, whether it's an American Rotary one or not. You know, some guys don't have them, but that's okay. We'll get them in their shops. You know, we wanted to know what you guys would change. So there's some new features that are going to be coming out, a completely new phase converter that's going to be, you know, designed by makers for makers. So it's going to, can't speak too much about it at this point, but
right, it's a little bit secret.
It's going to be pretty cool, and I'm hoping that we're going to have one at the bash for people to see.
That would be really cool.
Maybe win.
But my point in all this is that you act.
Did I say that? Ooh. Was that
you
live?
Did. You did.
I can't take that back. It's on the web now, isn't it?
Yeah. So one of the things I want to bring up, or the point of me, you know, kind of mentioning that, is that you guys took information that people were giving you and you actually listened. It's not like, you know, people for years were saying, you know, we don't need a cigarette lighter in the car anymore. We just need a power port.
Right.
You know, very few people smoke in the car anymore, right? So, but nobody listened. Finally, somebody started to listen. You guys are listening to what people are telling you. You're designing a product that meets their needs, and I find, you know, that to be, you know, a very positive thing. Somebody said they can't find my handle on Facebook. Let me put that up here. It's DoRite Fabrication. All right.
Or Instagram, or is it?
No, that's Facebook.
Oh, I see.
So if you can't find it, you can either type my name in or DoRite Fabrication. My name, I have a personal Facebook account. You won't find the video there. That's my family, private stuff. Everything I do with the business YouTube channel and all is done through DoRite Fabrication. You can send me messages, chat, whatever you want to do. Apparently somebody just sent me a message. So what have you got?
Link is in there.
So, and you know, please, I've said this before, but please subscribe to, not subscribe, please like American Rotary, the DoRite Fabrication Facebook page, and also subscribe and, you know, like my channel, because realize what drives the ability for us to do this is actually people watching the videos. It doesn't mean you have to watch every second of every video. I'd love it if you did, but when you subscribe, what that does is it doesn't cost you anything for those people that don't know. By subscribing to someone's channel, there's a little bell. It says subscribe and a little bell. If you hit the bell, you can say, send me an email. And every time I put up a new video, the little bell will send you an email. The bell doesn't actually send you an email, but you'll get an email that says, hey, you know, the cloud. So you don't actually have to go to my channel to check to see if a new video is up. It'll send you an email that says DoRite Fabrications put up a new video. And we've got a ton of video in the queue, stuff we've been working on. It just takes a tremendous amount of time to get it uploaded, get it edited, and a finished product.
Well, you know what, I think we could do a whole segment on the importance of, you know, liking and sharing and stuff like that. And, you know, I mean, that, you know, we're going to be starting at American Rotary to get really a lot more involved in our own company YouTube. So that's something that my focus is for the next year, is to start doing more YouTube live stuff. So we can try to, you know, people just don't understand, you know, like,
they don't understand it's an algorithm.
I can't come to you, you know, the reason I come here to you and spend my time with you is not because we have nothing better to do with our time or nothing better to do with our money. It's important for our relationship with the end user. It's important for our relationship with the YouTube host that we sponsor. And if people aren't engaging in that stuff on social media, then it's kind of like a lost effort. So.
And you have to understand the way, it doesn't matter if it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of them, they're a computer program, they're an algorithm. And so the more people that chat about and watch something that they're interested in, it sends that out for more people to watch and more people to get engaged, and that helps that product, in your case, that product, or for me, the product is, you know, just videos, it helps that product grow. Because, you know, if we stay stagnant, we can't ever do anything better. On Steve Summers' page.
Yeah, Brian, I saw that. We're already, it's already been addressed and being addressed, and we're working on that. It's narrowed down to one lot of converters, one size, one lot.
John Roberts says the link is in the description under the video. Yes, it is for my channel. Thank you for pointing that out. Frank, how do you pronounce his last name? Concy? He says done and done. So you guys better get on it. He's already after it. He wants it. I like it.
Sounds like you need me as a sponsor.
Sure. Who are you sponsoring?
American Rotary,
DoRite. Yeah, you guys, because I'll take all the sponsors I can get. So sorry, we're having to run two different computer screens here. This one's not playing well with others today. So it's what we're actually keep looking over here, is we're looking at a different screen reading it. American Rotary. Apparently Brian Sengo wants to
sponsor American Rotary?
Yeah, it's what I read.
All right.
I don't think he meant it that way. But
well, Brian, give me a holler. We can talk about what you can do for American Rotary.
Hey, I'll bring this up real quick while we got everybody on. And we talked about this a little bit in one of the Facebook videos we did, but this coming week, it'll be actually it'll be a week and a half from now, March 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. I'll actually be in Cleveland 3 days at the Lincoln factory. There is I guess a seminar going on called Spring Make. It's being held by Lincoln Electric at the factory. It is an invitation-only event. I'm going to be doing a lot of live stuff from there. There's going to be Jimmy DeResta, April Wilkerson, Doug from Retro Weld. There's about 20 pretty prominent YouTubers that are all going to be there. And the idea of it is they're going to come up to Lincoln. They're going to learn different welding processes, whatever their interest is, TIG, MIG, stick, plasma, CNC plasma on the machine. And I'm going to be doing live feeds there. So while you guys got your little over there to your subscribe, keep a lookout for that coming up. Because a lot of that stuff, if we're live, we'll be able to answer questions. Say you have a question for Jimmy DeResta and we have a couple minutes there for him to chat, or April or whoever. Or I can try to get answers and answer you back, in the live feed. The shop. This is Brian Stanga, yes. Yeah, we're messing with you, Brian. You got anything else?
No, I was just waiting for somebody to comment on how I'm not as upbeat as I normally am. Normally I'm a little bit more energetic, but unfortunately, my mission started yesterday in Milwaukee at the airport at 12:30, expecting to fly out here at 2 o'clock. I finally left Milwaukee after a couple bump flights. I left there at like 6:15 and ended up getting into Orlando at about 1:30, getting to my hotel about 2:30, 2:45.
Yeah, and then he was supposed to be here at 8. He showed up at
10:30.
Yeah, but I'll give him credit. I mean, he had a rough travel, so I'm giving him question.
I missed both flights in Atlanta.
Duty.
Yes, I can get you a face converter to the UK. We have a couple of them there. That's our next area of expansion. Right now we're working on some things here in the US because we've kind of focused on our outward growth, and now we're kind of focusing more on our inward growth this year. So we've listened to customers that have said that they're looking for quicker ship times out to the West Coast and so on and so forth. So we're working on that as well. Again, more details will come on that, but we're looking at how we can do that faster.
Rob Jones talks about, I hope I can catch up with the times difference. Rob, I don't know if you were talking about the live feeds, but the live feeds will be in Eastern time. So if you're Western, it'll actually be earlier than later. The nice thing about doing it live to YouTube is it'll go right to a YouTube video, and so you can watch it, and then you can leave comments in the comment section, and I'll be watching those throughout the couple of days that I'm there. And if I can, I'll do my best, just like I did at FabTech, try to get shots for people, stuff you want to see. We have already been told at the factory we are going to get some factory tours. I've been there before. The weld school is absolutely amazing. They have built a brand new state-of-the-art weld school there. The old weld school, which has been there for many, many, many years, will do 130 students at one time, and they're all welding. Pipe fitters, NASCAR, IRL, guys that build safes, and guys that whatever, pipeliners, every aspect, they're all in their booths learning. And so, me, I'm kind of like the squirrel, you know what I mean? I'm sitting there welding something, and then I want to go, oh, I wonder if this applies to stick weld, so I can go over and ask another instructor, tons of instructors. And right there at the end of the old school, I haven't been to the new one yet, there's a big roll-up door, much like these here in the shop, and the roll-up door goes up, and they're building engine drives literally right out the door. So you can look out the door, pull the door up, and see them building the engine drives. It's a really, really neat place, and I like to do some video, what they'll allow me. Obviously, they have some trade secret type stuff that they're not going to let it get out, and I will respect that, immensely for them, because they've been really good to me. Eve says you're 5 hours earlier. So if I did like a 1 o'clock, that put it at like 8 o'clock their time, 8 a.m. So Eve, I might not be able to do the factory tour.
He can subtract.
Don't tell my wife; she'll expect me to get the checkbook right. Checkbook, what's that? Who has one of those anymore? I'll try to do some stuff maybe in the evening, because I think we're supposed to be wrapping up. Right, and in the evening and doing a little breakdown time. So maybe I'll do some stuff then. That way you'll get hopefully an opportunity to watch it live. The live feeds. I'm in the UK, by the way. Oh, the live feeds in the UK. Rob Jones, what's the time difference? Eve says he's 5 hours earlier. We are 3:59 Eastern time right now. So 4 o'clock Eastern time. So yeah, so it's like February, right? And it's like what, 88 degrees out here?
Yeah.
And I know everyone's going to comment on how they're freezing their ass off somewhere else.
Yeah.
But what's weird is you and I talked
a week ago.
Yeah, like a week and a half ago, and so they were going to bring some camera equipment down and do some drone shots and some other stuff. I'm going to say, like, don't bother. It's been a very cold winter here for us. We've had some hard freezes. I get it. You guys are at 0 degrees, but we live in Florida. We don't get that here. If we get like two days of hard freezing weather, we've had a fairly cold winter here, and everything was brown. I mean, the grass was brown, the trees were. Now we're still recovering from the hurricane, so it stripped a lot of the foliage out of the trees, and then we got cold, so any foliage that was left, immediately fell off the trees. And then in a week's time, like everything is budded out. The headache from all the pollen. The cars are green. The grass is green again, and it's growing. I got to break out the lawnmower. It's February, man. It's February. It's global warming.
I think he's whining.
Yeah, a little bit.
8 a.m. Thursday in Australia.
What? Say what?
Can you bet on some stuff that's going to happen next week for me? What happens? What happens in the soccer?
So it's 9 p.m. for Rob Jones right now.
8 a.m. Thursday in Australia.
8 a.m. Thursday. Well, today's only Tuesday. How is it more than 24 hours ahead of us? Today's only Tuesday.
Right.
So 24 hours would be run rotation of the globe. That would be Wednesday. I don't get that one. Eastern Standard Time plus 5 hours. All right.
All right. Well, we are going to go out and start looking at your guys' silly comments and start comparing to make sure that everybody that we enter into the brain that scrambles up your name and picks the winner is on both pages, and we'll take some time to do that right now, and should have a winner for you guys in the hour.
Okay. Well, we got to give them a little time to get off here and feel like them. So, what time do you want to pick? Like,
I'll start. I guess we'll do it in like naps. Like 15 minutes will give you more. Shouldn't take more than 15 minutes to go out there, right? 4:30. 4:30. We'll go 4:30.
4:30 from now.
So half an hour
until
from now.
4:30.
So half an hour
you
from now.
You are very welcome. Sorry, Wednesday. Stuart Higgins called. Don't feel bad. I do it all the time. I think I'm like, I get the wrong day.
It's 11 p.m. Nice to see you.
Romania. Wow. Isn't it crazy how that works, man? It just blows my mind.
I know.
The other side of the earth, and we're like live talking to them.
It used to be like a coconut telegraph, and now it's
shipping a little message in a bottle. Right.
Hope somebody gets it.
That's one of the things I really like about doing these live things is people can ask questions, speak, chat. I literally have friends from all over the world. I mean, granted, we've never met in person.
Right.
Oh, Bruce Witham.
Yeah.
We made friends in, short order. But, these guys, I see their names pop up. I know who they are. I mean, I don't know them personally.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I kind of get a feeling after talking to them for a while, and it's crazy. They're all over the world.
Right.
Thank you, Soren. I appreciate it. Hey, Norway Jerk, what's going on? So Norway Jerk just jumped in. He's a regular watcher of the channel. So you don't have to miss it. Chris is giving away, or American Rotary is giving away an ADX series rotary phase converter. You have 30 minutes to go to the American Rotary Facebook page, and there's a video we made earlier today. Watch the video. And then make a comment. Make a comment, and then go to my Facebook page, the DoRite Fabrication Facebook page, like it and make a comment. Now, the only problem with that is that the videos are like 20 minutes long, and it's 30 minutes from now. So if they're actually going to watch the videos, you don't give them really enough time to watch. See, I'm trying to be fair. I like these people. They're nice to me.
All right, let's extend it. 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. See
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, guys.
So 5 o'clock Eastern time. So 1 hour from right now. Let's just do it that way. It doesn't matter where you are. 1 hour from right now.
4:04.
Now, hold on. We got a lot of people commenting from outside the country. All right. So if they're entering this contest, we will only ship it in the U.S. for this contest.
So what if they win it? What if they win it? Can they pay the shipping?
Yes.
So if you win it, you'll be willing to pay the shipping?
Yeah, we'll ship it to, you know, wherever. Like, let's say it needs to go to Miami port. We'll ship it to Miami.
On
then
you.
their response on us. But then they're responsible for getting it wherever else.
That's fair enough.
If we need to get it to like Buffalo or wherever.
Stuart says he's not able, he lost track of days. It happens to all of us, Stuart. With kids, I'm like, the kids don't go to school today? What do you mean? It's Saturday.
I lose track of my kids' names.
I didn't even know it was President's Day. The kids were home. She's like, the kids are home today. I'm like, what? Why? It's got to go. Isn't it school week? No, it's a holiday. I'd forget Christmas if they didn't remind me what they wanted for Christmas all the time.
You're safe. I have 3-phase.
All right, so Norway Jerk, he's giving away a rotary phase converter on the channel here. All you have to do is go to his Facebook page and watch the video, make a comment. The comment is meant to inspire you to what you would use the rotary phase converter for, and then go over and watch on my Facebook page, the DoRite Fabrication Facebook page. Same thing down below. Comment on what you would use the rotary phase converter for. Those people that do that, we'll pick a winner. We're going to pick a winner in an hour, apparently.
1 hour.
Ready, set, go.
Go.
All right, everybody, I just want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for always supporting the channel. There's a great group of people out here that are involved. Everybody is very complimentary to one another. They treat each other with a large amount of respect. I really appreciate that. Sometimes people get on the channel and they're not so nice, and you guys are always really great to defend me. Tell me when I'm wrong nicely, which I'm okay with, and defend me when other people like trolls get out there. You got a great group of guys you're giving a machine away to. And well, thanks for watching. Remember to go visit this guy's Facebook page. You don't have a YouTube channel. He has a Facebook page.
We have a YouTube channel too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to say YouTube. It's not. I can't say YouTube. I can't say go watch your YouTube video. It's against the rules.
But you can say.
But I didn't say that.
Visit us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Visit them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. How about that? These are not the droids you're looking for.
Same to you. These are not the droids you're looking
for. Move along. All right, guys. Thanks for all the support. We'll see you real soon.
Take care, guys.